Hello, friends and fellow flute enthusiasts, and thanks so much for tuning in. Today, I'm going to share with you two flutes that are very much alike, but we'll talk about the differences of them. These are two flutes that we've added to our Horizons Flute Store offerings. These flutes are made by JD of JD Flutes in North Carolina. They are triple flutes, and so the one that I have in my hand is in the key of A, made from Eastern red cedar, and we'll talk about what each one of these do. So you have a middle flute here, okay, and the middle one has 6 playing holes. You're going to find 3 of everything on this flute. You have 3 different sound holes here. You also have 3 different embouchure holes as well, so you can control which one, and we'll talk about tilting and also how to get the best placement on the mouthpiece here so you can control which one you want. And then you've got 3 different flutes. So you've got your main melody flute here. And one note about the mouthpiece on this is that you'll see that the middle one protrudes a little bit, and this makes it really easy for just selecting or playing that middle flute, that main melody flute. So you've got your main melody flute here. On my left side here is a drone. There are no playing holes in this, so it's going to hold the root note of A, and it has an octave. Like if you cover all the holes on your flute side and you blow harder, you get that octave note. So you've got A4 and A5 with breath pressure. But then over here is where kind of the magic is in triple flutes. And so you've got 3 playing holes here, and these are the same 3 playing holes as the bottom 3 playing holes on your main flute here. So with all of them covered, which we have straps for here that I've just kind of twisted around the body of the flute, with all 3 of these closed, it would play just like this other drone flute or this flute with all holes closed. So this is the note of A. With one of them open, it gives us the note of C. With the next one open here, so 2 are open and this other one is closed, this is the note of D, which is a fourth of A. And then with the last one open here, so all 3 on that drone side open, it gives the note of E, and that is the fifth of A. So I want to play this for you so you can get an idea of how it sounds. I'm first going to play it as a single flute and then as just a regular drone flute with this one engaged. Then I'll come over and I'll go ahead and set this up to where I've got this. You already know what a drone flute, or you will have known what a drone flute sounds like by plugging all of these. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set this up to where one will be open. And so then we'll talk about kind of my preferred way of setting up a flute like this, but again, has a lot of options around it. So here's the single flute. Okay, now I'm going to add that drone flute over here. Now, something that I like to do when I am only looking to play 2 of the 3 holes here, and they are relatively close together, which is great when you're playing all 3 together, but when you are choosing to play only 1 or 2 of these, it can make it a little challenging. So this is where we're going to tighten up the corner of your mouth a little bit and pivot that flute to one side or the other, so that I want this drone side here only and this middle flute. I'm going to, instead of hold the flute straight out like this, I'm going to tilt it a little bit so I can get my mouth on these 2 left side holes, the middle and the left side hole for playing. So it's going to look something like this, and I'll tilt my head a little bit too. That way I can kind of not get this other hole here. You may experience air leaks out the corner of your mouth, and what that's going to do is you'll have air go into one of these other holes, and it'll sound like a whistle or a hiss. And so you just want to kind of reposition so you're not getting that hiss. Here we go. can see here, I'm keeping this one open. Okay, so that's with the drone. Now let's pretend like this one's not here. Now I'm going to play the middle flute and this one. So this is going to be, again, with one hole open. You know what it sounds like with one hole closed, exactly like what we just did. With this one open, now it's going to play a C. So I like to kind of root my phrases to where it will mimic this. So home, or the root note, would be here. This is going to push us into C major on an A minor flute. Really pretty sounding. So now let's open up that fourth. So that would be two holes open here. Again, this is going to give us a D. This is actually my preferred way to play Amazing Grace. Because one of the next moves in Amazing Grace when you go May is you go up here to the fourth. Okay, but with these two open here, magic happens. I like to engage the triple flute, so I'm going to play all three at the same time. That's so beautiful. So that is playing here. I'll do a little improv just with these two now. Same principle if I only want the middle and the right for me playing, this side over here, I'm going to push the flute this way this time and my head a little bit this way, leaving this hole here open like this. Also, another scale that you can lean on for this is mode 4. Okay, then we have a fifth. So you can play this open with the triple flute. Here's what it sounds like. But another way you can kind of position this, again, lots of options when it comes to triple flutes, is you can put your right hand over on this side and you can play these melodically while you play these. And if you can reach, this one's a little bit of a struggle for me, but you can also engage your pinky, which normally just kind of rests on the flute or kind of hovers in the air, either way. Again, do not curl them under like this or tuck them and put pressure on those ring fingers here. Floating is fine, resting is fine, but try not to curl or tuck. Okay, so but you can engage that by laying it down and covering that fourth hole from the top on the melody side. So here's what it sounds like when you engage just two. So the main melody, and now you're playing a melody over here on these this drone side that has the three holes. Now you can also bring in the other drone here, and so now you've got two melody flutes and a constant drone happening. Lots of fun you can have with this. Now the thing about drone flutes and triple flutes is you're playing two or three flutes at the same time. So it will require a little bit more breath. You want to pay close attention to your phrasing. Sometimes holding out those long phrases doesn't happen naturally. You need to build up your lung capacity, but you may also look at taking, more rests, more spots where you can kind of get a little bit more breath back in so you have it, which is why playing rhythmically also really helps with a flute like this. So this is a model in the key of A, 440 hertz in Cedar. We offer the same flute in Walnut. It's just a little bit heavier, but this one is in 432 hertz. Everything that I just showed you on that flute is applicable here. It's just in a different hertz. So these are the triple flutes from JD Flutes. Again, you'll find these on our website, horizonsflutestore.com. If you have any questions about triple flutes or anything to do with learning, playing, and growing as a musician, particularly with native style flutes, please leave a comment below. You can also reach us through our website, where you'll find lots of online learning options through our school platform. Our store, we also offer lots of accessories, including flutes, flute learning materials, cases, and all sorts of things. Thanks so much for watching this video. Again, if you have any questions, or if you just want to leave a little love, feel free to do that in the comment section below. I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. Take care, friends.